Hi friends, it's Miss Lisa. This is our second week of yoga from home. Okay, today we have to get organized before we get going because there's a few things that you need. The first thing that you're going to need, we are going to do half moon. If you have a yoga block at home, run and grab your yoga block. If you don't, you can use a box, like a pretty stiff box. You could stack up a few books and have them handy next to you on your yoga mat. Books might actually be the best. Or just something firm that you can really put your weight into. That's thing number one. Thing number two is I would like you to have a notebook. This is an old notebook that we just had laying around, or a piece of paper and something you can write with, because we're gonna do a little journaling exercise at the end. So I think that's it. The block or block replacement and something to write with. Now, what we're gonna do today is we're going to do our breathing. We're gonna do something kind of different, a little workshop on half moon with our block or block replacement, our sequence, and then our meditative journaling. Okay, friends, let's get started. Let's go back to our breath ball today. I think we'll start with 4 breaths. Okay, you can either go along with your hands like this, volcano breaths, or just keep your hands still on your lap while you follow my cues. Okay, sit up nice and tall, either on your feet or crisscross applesauce, nice and straight, a string from the top of your head pulling you up nice and tall. Okay, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One last breath, inhale. And exhale. Okay, friends. Now I'm gonna grab my block. We are going to go over and find a wall that we can lean up against and put our foot on, okay? So you can pause it while you find a place like this in your house. Okay, now once you've found your wall, go ahead and sit up against your wall with your hips pressed up against the back. And take notice of where your feet are on the carpet or floor in front of you. So I'm gonna make a little line on my carpet. And then I'm going to stand up with my feet right on that line. We are doing a half moon workshop, so that's what we're getting ready for. Then I'm going to put my block, or whatever you have, a little bit ahead of where your feet are standing. Reach down to your block and press your weight into it. Mine was a little ahead, so I'm pulling it back. Once I have my foot placed and my hand placed, I'm going to put my foot on the wall behind me. Okay? So take a look here. Then I'm going to try to press into the foot that's on the wall, the foot on the floor, and raise my hand high to the sky. I'm going to look at something that's not moving ahead of me. And once I feel steady, I'm going to try to lift my hand off the block. There. And that is how we do a half moon practice. You can do that a couple of times if you'd like. Otherwise, we'll come back to that during our practice. Here we go. Okay, friends, let's bring our knees wide and walk our hands and elbows down to the mat. We're going to start our practice now in child's pose. Go ahead and drop your head. Feel your belly rise and fall on your legs. Just like the ocean waves coming in and out. You feel the breath expanding and contracting. Your lungs against your legs. Let's do one more deep breath. When you're ready, come up into tabletop with your hands and knees placed on the ground. We're going to do some cat and cows. Drop your belly, raise your hips and head for cow, inhaling. Then exhale into cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Come back to tabletop. Now we're going to extend opposite arm, opposite leg. Reach your right arm and your left leg front and back. Like strings are pulling your fingers and toes forward and back. Inhale out and exhale plant. Inhale left arm, right leg. Exhale plant. Inhale right arm, left leg. Exhale plant. Inhale left arm, right leg. Exhale plant. Let's do one more on each side. Right arm, left leg. Exhale, plant. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, plant. Very good. Okay. Friends, let's plant our legs. Let's plant our hands, tip our toes, and come up into our first downward dog. You can shift forward into your high plank for a moment. Make sure your hands and feet are in a good spot. You can bend one knee and then the other to stretch out your legs. And then find some stillness. Take a couple of breaths here. And shift forward into your high plank. Lower down halfway. Push up into up dog. And exhale back into your downward dog. Take a big breath here. On your exhale, shift forward once more. Keep your knees up or drop them if it feels better to you. Exhale halfway down. Inhale, push up for up dog. And exhale, back to down dog. Inhale here, and on your exhale, step your feet between your hands. And then, let me do a little wardrobe adjustment. Inhale your arms up overhead. And exhale to mountain. Very good. Now we're going to start our standing sequence. So go ahead, step your right leg back. We're stepping back to warrior two today. So want your front knee bent and your thigh is close to parallel with the mat for a really good thigh workout. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, slide forward towards your front fingers. Rotate your back hand towards the sky. On your next exhale, going to windmill your hands back so your bottom hand comes to the top. You reverse your warrior. Inhale here, and on your exhale, come back to warrior two. Good. Now take a look for whatever support object you have with you. I have this blue block. I'm going to step back on my mat a little bit. Okay. I'm going to hold the block in my hand. Then I'm going to step onto my front foot. Place my block down like I did when my foot was against the wall. Imagine that my back foot is placed against the wall like it was during the prep. Raise my top hand to the sky. Look at something that's not moving and try to remove my bottom hand from the block. If I cannot do that, that's okay. Let me see. Whoop, just for a second. Okay, back to warrior two. Very good. Now go ahead and straighten your front leg. We're going to be to the side for a moment. Put your hands on your hips. Fold forward, hands to the mat. Wherever is comfortable for you. Okay, you can put your hands on your ankles. Keep them on your shins, whatever works. This is one of my favorite poses, so I'm gonna take it nice and deep. Take a nice rest here. You can shift from side to side, bending one knee and then the other. Deep breath in and out. Let's rise back up. Take this front foot back. Warrior two. Bring your front foot to meet, or the back foot to meet the front rather, and come into mountain. All right, friends, let's do that sequence on the other side. So we're gonna start here in mountain. I'm gonna step forward on my mat a bit and step my left foot back to warrior two on this side. Looking at my front leg, seeing if I can get a nice deep warrior two. Inhale, and on my exhale, I'm gonna shift forward over my front hand, rotate my back hand toward the sky. Take a nice inhale here, and on your exhale, bring your bottom hand toward the sky. Reverse your warrior. Inhale on your next exhale, bring your hands back to parallel to the ground. Look around for your support object. I have my block here. So I'm gonna scooch back on my mat just a smidge. My foot is planted. I'm gonna shift forward onto my front foot, planting the block like I did when I had the wall behind me. My back foot comes up onto my imaginary wall. I look to the side, raise my hand to the sky, my top hand. Look at something that's not moving. And see if I can take my hand off my block. I think there's something going on with my hip, so I will not, but you can. See if you can lift that bottom hand off your block, just for a challenge. Okay, I'll try. Whoop, there we go. And back to warrior two, and step together. Very good. Woo, we did the standing part of our sequence today. Now friends, come down to your mat. We are going to do some core work with a plank and a side plank. Okay, so Ellie, do you want to come over here? Yeah. Ellie is my videographer today.
Hi.
Okay. Go ahead and plant your hands. Bring your feet back into a high plank. Make sure you're flat like a board. We'll count to 10 here. Do your best. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now listen here, move your left hand under your nose. Shift onto your left foot. Raise your right hand to the sky. We'll count here from 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, good job. Plant your top hand back. Put your knees back and lower back into a child's pose. Rest your head for a moment. If your wrist is tired, you can gently massage out your wrist a little bit, bend them forward and back. Also, if these high planks are hurting your wrist, you can stay here on your elbows. We'll demonstrate that next. Let's go back over here for our other side. I'll demonstrate the other side on my elbows. You can choose to do whichever variation works for you. Okay, here we go. Nice and flat. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Okay, from my elbow, I'm simply rolling onto my left arm, right hand or left hand to the sky. 10, 9, 8, 7, woo! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your left hand down. Come into your child's pose. Take a breather. Inhale through the nose, exhale through your mouth to get some of that heat out. Excellent work, friends. Okay, all we have left now is our stretching and our journaling, so that will be very relaxing. Okay, from here, we are going to do a couple stretches. So come and lie down on your back. You can stay on your mat. I'm just going this way so you can see me. We'll start with both legs long. You have a couple options. You can bring your right knee in, grab your hands behind your thigh, and pull that leg in. Breathing deeply and relaxing. From here, you can use this variation, or you can reach for a big toe hold with your peace fingers, they're called. Wrap them around your big toe and extend your legs long. So your left leg is on the floor, your right leg is high. Either variation is good for whatever flexibility you have with your body. So stay here for a moment. Okay, if your leg is long, bend it. Once your leg is bent, bring your right leg long. Deep breath in and out. Okay, with your left leg, hands behind your thigh, pull your leg in like this. Or if you took the extended leg variation on the other side, with your peace fingers, grab behind your big toe, straighten your leg, and pull your left leg long and high while your right leg is planted. This is why we do yoga, for the relaxing stretching at the end. Okay. Bring that leg back to the mat. Good. Now we're going to do a figure 4, which means you have your feet planted, your knees up. Keep your left foot planted while your right ankle crosses over your left thigh. Bring your left foot off the mat. Reach with your hands behind your thigh and pull that leg towards you. If that is not enough of a stretch, you can bring your hands behind your shin for an even deeper stretch. Okay, let's bring both of our feet back to the mat. Right leg is planted. This time your left ankle crosses over your right thigh. And take the same variation you did on the other side. Good. Okay, bring both feet back to the mat. We're going to do a supine twist, means a laying down twist. So from here, let your knees fall to the left, like this. Your arms are out wide. Both your shoulder blades should try to be on the floor, mat, or carpet. Let your nose point the opposite direction that your knees are facing. So I will face away from the camera for a moment. Okay, let's go to the other side. Knees back to the sky. Let them fall to the right. Your nose goes to the left. We're almost done here. You might hear some sounds coming from the rest of our house. We're all home still. Could be worse, huh? Okay, bring your knees high, bring your legs long, arms out. Take a deep breath in and out. Once more, deep breath in and out. Once more in and out. You can pause this and stay here for as long as you like, just resting. Then we're going to come back up to seated on our mats and send a volcano breath wish to someone that we care about. For that, we'll bring our hands to our heart center. Bring someone to your mind that you would like to send some love to, even when you're apart. Okay? Imagine that person. Today I will send my wish to my mom and dad. Breathe them in. On your inhale, you imagine them. And on your exhale, you blow your love. Very good. Now, friends, to finish today, we are going to do an exercise out of this book. It's called This Moment Is Your Life. It is a book for older kids on mindfulness, meditation, and yoga. So grab your paper. Let's see. I'm looking if it's still raining. Is it still raining, Colby? See if it's still raining. If it's not, you might pop outside.
Not raining.
Okay. It's okay. This is Colby. Let's go outside for just a moment. Little change of scenery.
We're just gonna have.
Okay. Woo. It's chilly out. Come on out.
Yeah.
We're gonna sit on the porch. Yep. You can sit right by Ellie. Yep, it says. Oh, it even says to go outside. So here we are. Go outside. Find a comfortable place to sit. If it's cold where you are, you can stay inside. But maybe you could go to a different place than you were in before, just to explore a different spot. Look very closely at your surroundings and write down everything you see, you feel, hear, and smell. Okay. Get your paper and pencil or pen. Oh, thank you. Okay. I see, so you can see right here, makes a list on the paper. I see. What do you see where you are? I smell. I smell cold rain at my house. I hear. I touch. I feel. I am thinking about. I didn't expect. Things never go quite as we expect, and that's just fine. Okay? So we write down these things to be present where we are. A lot of us have been home a lot, but it's a different way to look at the world that surrounds us, whether inside or outside. Thank you all for joining me today. Take care of yourselves, and I hope you have a lot of love in your life this week.